Welcome once again to Emma Adonis TV, a channel that is focused in presenting Jesus Christ as the lifeline to society. And we are focused in presenting Him in every area of life through with health talk, through educational talks, and all that. And today we are continuing of our part two of suicide prevention. In the previous session, we defined what suicide means and then ways in preventing suicide. So today, we are still on your way to continue from where we have paused from. So, Mr. Jones, TAGBOR, you are welcome once
Yeah,
again.
thank you very much. I'm honored to be here this morning.
So, we paused on we discussed some few stuff on suicide prevention during our part one. So part two, we want to look at what leads to suicide.
All right, thank you very much. A number of factors lead to suicide or make people try to attempt taking their own lives. And we can't pinpoint at a single thing and say that this is one thing that causes everyone to attempt suicide. So it's something that happens, but usually it is associated with some stresses.
Okay.
Yes, some stresses, life stresses.
Life stresses.
Yes, and health issues.
Health issues.
Yes, and health issues. But majorly, as we said in the first part, mental health issues.
Mental health issues.
Key among them is depression, anxiety, substance use disorders, and other severe mental health illnesses can make people prone to attempting suicide. So it's something that is there but coupled with the life stresses or the situational issues around the environmental factors coming into contact with these health challenges make someone to attempt this suicide activity. So if there is an impending mental health issue or challenges,
is it always mental health issues? Because
no.
there are times where people are faced with weird diseases.
Oh yes, so you see,
Or let me say chronic.
so those things will make the person become, let's say, depressed.
Mental health counseling.
Mental health comes in. That will make the person become anxious. So mental health comes in. This will make the person feel so disturbed. And then based on that, they tend to do some of these things. So that's why I say that upon all the issues, the underlying factor is a mental health. Because all
Can it happen in the church?
oh yes, it happens. People who end up taking their lives from suicide are not people who are not Christians.
What about the shrine?
It happens everywhere. So far as we are humans.
Okay.
So it's something that happens to everyone. It doesn't discriminate based on your religion, who
the background of education.
It's about the emotions.
Okay.
And we all have emotions. So far as we all have emotions, meaning we are all prone to some of these things. But it is about how you perceive whatever information that you are receiving, or whatever challenge that is there, how you perceive the situation. Okay. So as you said, there are risk factors that brings about some of these things. So as you mentioned, the health situations can make somebody become depressed or become anxious. So let's say, for example, somebody who is diagnosed with a condition that will be lifelong. Let's say an organ damage, which may not be reversed completely, but maybe just with managing and with taking medicine almost throughout your life. So a thing like this can make somebody become anxious or become depressed. It may end up making this person even abusing substances and then engage in behaviors that may be risky. So let's say somebody diagnosed with HIV who wasn't taken through counseling properly before disclosure. This thing will look like it will get a person shocked, and based on that, they may feel that okay, there's nothing left for me to do in this life again because HIV, my end result is going to be death. That which is a misconception. But so if you educate the person, letting them know that no, being diagnosed of HIV is not an end to life, because there are protective means, there are medications that can help you, and then there are some behavioral techniques that we put in place to help you. So being diagnosed, this is not the end of it. At least but before you disclose, you educate the person. That to calm the person down, even when they get to know But without that and just mention it, it will be an issue. Even with the person going through some one or two issues and they go to hospital, then they are diagnosed of a mental health condition, telling them that, let's say they have let's say one of the weird ones, schizophrenia for example, and based on this they are told that they are going to do a medication for at least for a
A
longer
long
period.
period.
And like, how me, a whole me, how can I? So some of these things, bipolar, one another risk factor aside some of these ones, bipolar disease, which is a mental health
Health disorder.
condition,
Okay.
makes also people very prone to suicide ideation,
Ideation.
because the condition in itself will make the person to have that thought. It will tell a person that maybe kill yourself, do this, do this. So bipolar, people who are diagnosed with bipolar are susceptible to attempting suicide or
Suicide.
trying to do some of this. Some personality traits are also there that can make people have these tendencies based on who they are, based on their personality type. There are people who want to be blameless. They want to be that perfect person. So if something is going contrary to
To their belief.
their belief system, they feel like no, that is not how it's supposed to be. Based on that, they tend to contemplate some of these things. Sometimes it can be a traumatic issue. Let's say rape. Somebody being raped, they feel that their dignity have been taken away from them, and then based on this, they may be thinking about some of these things. Some conduct disorders are also there that can lead to some of these things. Even sometimes physical injury. Let's say a burn which has turned the person's face and can't recognize the person. Looking at who they were before and after the incident, they feel that no, I can't continue life this way. Then based on this, they start contemplating some of these things. Even at times with environmental issues, when the person is, let's say, have access to things that they can use to hurt themselves. So this lethal object like guns,
Wow.
knife, if those things are available, once they are in some small difficult situations, because these things are available, they may be tempted to go use some of these things to harm themselves. Prolonged stress, as we talk, it can be occupational stress, emotional stress, whichever way. Prolonged stress can also make people have these thoughts coming to mind.
Research is even saying that every chronic disease or whatever disease anybody may encounter, stress is a 50% contributing factor.
Oh, so exactly. That research is very true. Stress is something that we just take the term lightly,
Yeah.
but it's
I think we
something.
have to discuss
Oh
this
yes,
some other time.
we need to, because it's actually having a tone on us to the extent that we don't even know that the things that is happening to us is as a result of the stress we are going through. So it will be there and it locks us up.
The most amazing part of stress is that it's not sparing even the health workers.
Even the work in itself is stressful. But you
Ah,
see, one thing that we need to also be careful about is the media reportage of suicide issues.
okay.
There are people who may even go and attempt after viewing some of these images on TV or the scene,
Yes,
how they report these suicidal issues
issues on
in the
the
media.
media.
It's also one thing that it's not appropriate. Giving the clear picture of what happened, exactly the detail of what happened, is not, it shouldn't be the case. So all these things can expose a person to knowing that okay, I
So
can
I
do this
think the
thing.
media need to be educated on
Yes,
this
yes. So like those sensitized issues,
issue.
those things that are very sensitive, they should know how to report on them. There's something we call copycat. So copycat is like this person learn this thing from the internet
Internet.
and feel that okay, since this person was able to do this thing and it's out, maybe I can also do this thing. So if you are giving these clear graphics of the situation, it can lead to copycat where somebody, so you can realize that if there's a major suicide news that everybody's kind of talking about, in no time you hear another one following. So it's like, I think there was a time in Ghana where there have been a series of this thing, from a student from this university, then to
Yes,
another
yes.
one, and then to a community. So
Went
because
on
of
to the
how,
SHS.
yes, SHS, like it was just in series like that, which we should be telling that how we were reporting
Reporting it.
it in the news is also having an effect somewhere. So we should be careful about how we do this thing. And then sometimes another risk factor too could be that that there's a family history of suicide attempts. So maybe that family there have been one or two cases of that nature. So we need to be watchful for people in that situation, because those things can happen. And then somebody who has ever attempted suicide and wasn't successful has a probability of
again.
attempting it
Can
again.
discrimination be a risk factor?
Oh yes, discrimination will make the person feel low self-esteem. They feel they are not part of society. This stigma,
Yeah.
all these things are risk factors. So if you are being discriminated against, like even your own family don't want to even accept you as you are, maybe based on some one or two reason, probably a disease condition, a physical disability, or something. Some of these things will make the person feel isolated. They feel withdrawn, or nobody likes them. So these things can also be risk factors. Even the stigma. That's why somebody being diagnosed of a mental health issue, it's not about the diagnosis, but it's about the stigma
out there.
that is making a person thinking, worried that how are people going to see me, hold me? You see, so these are some of the things that so these are some of the risk factors that lead to these things.
Is there any help or contact out there, like somebody is going through some of these challenges and the person doesn't know what to do? Is there any contact available that the person can reach out to? And
All right, thank you very much. And before I talk about the content, I also want to admonish our listeners and viewers that we have help situated right in your community. Now, mental health authority and mental health service as a whole has tried much to decentralize mental health care. So
decentralize it.
yes, mental health care. So now in the various communities, even at the health centers, you see a mental health unit situated over there. At the district hospitals, the municipal hospitals, the regional hospitals, almost every health facility now has a mental health department. And we have professionals, mental health professionals, psychologists and psychiatrists, everybody available. We have counselors that are available to give you this support. And then another aspect is that it is said that a problem shared is half solved. So even if you are going through the situation, I think sharing it with someone, a trusted person, of course, because we don't share because we feel the person will go and then spread us. But at least let's get somebody that we can confine in our churches. I'm sure in our church we have counselors in our various churches.
But people have this idea is that a problem shared is now a topic for discussion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that is how can people avoid sharing. However, get a trusted person. It is necessary to share. But if you bottle everything up within yourself, it will lead you into depression, because nobody is hearing you out and it will be eating you. You should be struggling within yourself, and this thing can lead to somebody attempting suicide. So let's take note of this thing. So as I said, there are numbers. So if maybe you are not able to visit any of these hospitals, mental health authority has now established a call center. There's a call center now. So what happens is that if you yes, so if you call, they'll pick, listen to you, and either give you a direct help on the phone, or they'll direct you to somebody who is closer to you. So for example, as we are here and we should call and may have a challenge, they will ask of my address wherever I am. Then they will locate a professional that is around where I am, and then make this person take care of me. So that is what they do. But if it is something they can address right on the phone, to it will be done, or they'll connect it to someone else on phone and it will be taken care of. And it's a toll-free number. You don't pay for this call. So I would like to mention it for our viewers to take note of it. So this is a mental health toll-free number, suicide prevention helpline.
Mental health toll-free number.
Yes, suicide prevention helpline.
Suicide prevention helpline.
Yes, so it's 0800
Okay.
678678. 0800 678678. So this is a mental health toll free number. If you call, it is free. You don't pay for anything. People who are in home, as I said, I work with the home municipal hospital. So we have a counseling unit, you have a psychologist present at the home municipal hospital. You come, we engage you. You go to the teaching hospital too. You have a psychologist situated over there. So and even at the polyclinic, we have a mental health unit. We have mental health expert over there, and almost all the the health facilities have these professionals there. So feel free, just come. At least let us hear you out. And if you cannot give you the direct support, we will guide you as to how to get the support that is needed. So I like to encourage everybody that these people are available to help us. You shouldn't feel that because the friend close to you couldn't help you, nobody else can help you. Let
There's
us
always help
sure.
out there. And suicide prevention is one of the key things that we need to educate the populace on. And then this year, I'm sure they are running with a team.
Yes, so the theme for this year's awareness is creating hope
Hope
through
through
action.
action.
So we are trying to create that hope.
Hey, creating hope through action. It's not here. I think it should be at the back. Is something there?
Exactly, creating hope.
Okay. You can see this one at the back.
Yes, creating hope through
Creating
action.
hope through action.
Yes, so that is the theme that we are using for our awareness creation. Wherever you are, let us create hope to others. Let us be people who will help.
So Bible says that we should be each other's
Exactly.
keeper.
So through our actions should rather push people into contemplating suicide,
Okay.
but rather it should be an avenue of hope. If somebody should come to you with a concern, you should be able to, at least if nothing at all, reassure the person, create hope for that person, let the person know that there is light.
Emotional intelligence.
Yes, so there is light at the end of the tunnel. It shouldn't be that, oh, whatever you are going through is nothing, and we shouldn't also belittle what people say.
Sure.
Probably somebody is complaining about a broken relationship and you try to make mockery of it. Maybe that is a serious thing to this person. So at least let's give that listening ear to the person. Let us try to be let's empathize
With people.
with the people so that they feel that okay, somebody is listening to me.
Okay.
Or I think just the listening ear can change
The whole situation.
Yes, can change the whole situation. Just the listening ear. So I'd like to encourage our viewers that let us give the listening ear to our fellows if they approach us to complain things like this to us.
Thank you so much. Please, your last word to our viewers.
All right. So what I would like to say in conclusion is that you see, in life we have both the positives and the negatives in life, but usually what we tend to do is that we dwell more on our negatives, and this is what is the problem. Probably after series of positives in your life, maybe through your transition in life, in your growth and development, you've passed through a lot of challenges, which you're able to cross all these challenges and to where you are today. Now you are let's say a boss somewhere because probably there's an issue somewhere at your workplace. You've forgotten all the positives that you've achieved in life, the family you have put in place, and everything. You tend to forget about all these things and dwelling on the single negative that is coming up. So what I like to encourage us is that let us also think or ponder upon the positives of our life and be thankful to God.
Be thankful to God.
Yeah, let us be thankful to God because He has taken care of us right from birth to wherever we are at this moment. And should there be a challenge, that challenge shouldn't erode all the positives in our lives. You've gone to school, God has seen you through. God has been so good. You didn't got employment. Many people who didn't get employed, at least they've got something doing. And then we should also learn how to manage our expectations. That's one thing. Let us also learn how to manage our expectations.
Learn how to manage your expectations.
Because it is not everything that we expect that comes the way we want it, we expect it.
Sure.
So it may take a different form. So let's know that it is not every day. If you want this thing to come 100%, it may not always come 100%. There may be a friction somewhere. Let's know how to accept whatever situation, and let us be content with what we have.
Sure.
It is good to have that vision to achieve. It's good. It's not a bad thing. However, it's one step at a time. You cannot just start crawling and then tomorrow you start running. No, it's a process. So let us understand that in life that it's a process. So let's start at a point and then we grow through the process and get to where we actually want to be. So these are the few things I would like to encourage. But let us share our concerns with other people too. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful, and I'm sure my viewers too We'll be very grateful. Sharing your thought on suicide prevention is an eye-opening. We are so much grateful, Mr. TAGBOR
Yes, please.
Jones. Some say Sir Jones.
Sir Jones.
So we want to say God bless you so much,
Amen.
and God willing, we will come back again to talk on some other challenging issue that will help us to educate the populace on it. Okay, viewers, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, I will encourage you to do so now, and then share the link, share with others, comment, and let your comment count. This program has been supported by Empowered Mind Ghana, and we are still calling out for more support from others and sponsors. Just follow us if you really want to support us. May God bless you and keep watching. Bye bye.